So over here you see the Broch, and just to the right of it is some of the surrounding houses, and this is where the Pictish village was found, just up on top of these buildings to the right hand side of the Broch. So they've removed them and replaced them in another location, so we can see the newer Pictish buildings plus the old Broch, which is most probably about 2,000 to 2,500 years old. The Broch was built in quite a strategic location. You can see the island of Rousay over in the distance there, where there's another Broch built as well. When they were looking into how the Brochs were built and the time scale that it took to build some of these things, they thought that there was most probably 20 people working for about 6 months just to complete it, because they are quite intricate. They've got 2 walls, and within the walls, like an outer wall and inner wall, there's a staircase and lots of wee rooms or receptacles for storage, I guess. But also the fact that they've got no windows as well means that they're quite strong, and obviously designed that way for fortification purposes. And this one's quite different from the one in Lewis because of all the village around it, and also there's these trenches that are built around the outside as well. So these ditches or ramparts were built before the Broch, and they believe that they might be related to an earlier settlement. So we're just approaching the door to the Broch through the little village outbuildings. Inside the Broch we can see lots of wee rooms and partitions put up, so probably for storage or sleeping. In the middle here we have a fireplace, and then over underneath the grate we believe this is where there was a cistern which is built. There's stairs going down a couple of metres, I think about 3-4 metres or so, down to some water. So they said that it was a little bit impractical for it to be something that would be used for drinking, but I think perhaps it was for ceremonial work. Here's what appears to be a couple of stairs going up beside the inside wall to a little spot where it looks like you can go between the walls to an internal staircase. This possibly could have been a little spot that they kept animals. It looks like it's got a little dish carved out that they could have maybe left some water in for the animal to drink. And here's a space between the 2 walls, so the outer wall on the left and then the inner wall on the right. And this is a little room in between the inner and outer walls, and looks like it's got a floor above it. There are about 14 buildings around the outside of the Broch. Most of them are dwellings, but there is signs of 1 or 2 of them being related to industry, such as one looks like it was a forgery, so somewhere where they would do steelworks, and another potentially had a kiln. This is a Pictish house that was built above the Broch and its surrounding village about 500 years after the Broch was built. So you can see the wee door over to the left hand side there coming into this central area where there would have been a fireplace and all these cute little wee alcoves where people most probably would have slept. And there's another passage going through out the back. So there's a lot they still don't know about these buildings, but they're supposing that some of these were used for storage and a couple of little alcoves and things for keeping animals and things as well. So we're going into the central area of the Iron Age house, and we can see these little rooms off to the side, which is where people would sleep, and nice and snug in there. And we can also see a couple over to this side as well. And through here there's another central area with a couple more little alcoves. And then throughout the back here is where they believe that the animals were kept. So a couple more little alcoves for them for when the weather was really bad.
Io voglio fare l'ultima.
Forza.
Sì amore, andiamo, facciamo andare, guarda quelli sono altissimi, facciamo andare.